What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, we're doing something a little different here actually. We're going to do a little bit of Sir Paul McCartney, actually, if you can believe that. And backing up Paul McCartney are the surviving members of Nirvana, so kind of cool there. So we got Paul McCartney and the surviving members of Nirvana doing a song called Cut Me Some Slack. Now, this was a request from Kimberly Brett Kurtz. This was posted by, I can't even pronounce this, Nev DCH. So, I can't even pronounce, I don't even know if that's actually a word. It may just be a bunch of letters thrown together. So, NEVDCH, that's the guy who posted this. And this video has 1.08 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down in the description below for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. Alright, here we go. So we got, Nirvana and Paul McCartney. Cut Me Some Slack. This is live, obviously. Alright, let's do this.
Alright, boy, let's do this!
The penny finally dropped. I finally understood that I was in the middle of a Nirvana reunion. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dave Grohl. Mr. Chris Novoselic. And Mr. Pat Smear. We're going to do the song We Jammed now. First time we've done it live. For you, here tonight.
Pause real quick. Okay. Very blues stylistic groove here. Very reminiscent of blues. Very root note oriented, which is really cool. Every once in a while going up to the 3, going back down to the 1, 3 or the 4, and then going back down to 1 again, but always returning back to the 1. Never hanging out on any other note for too long. Maybe like a beat. Maybe 2 at most. But always returning to the root very, very quickly. I am really hearing the bass cutting through in the mix like right now, and I'm loving that. I'm actually getting to hear what the bass player is doing, and he's got a nice pattern going. A really nice pattern. He is walking around a little bit. Staying with the same context, though, always coming back to the root, as you should in this style of music. But he's experimenting. He's getting out. He's going up to the 7, down to the 6, back to the 1, which is nice. Going down under the 1 to the 7, back up to the 1. Not relying on the 7 octave, which is nice. He's doing a great job, though, of locking in with the drummer. Everything he's doing, like, he's really locked in with the kick, and he's locked in with the hi-hat, which is, as a bass player, you really want to be locked into those two things, especially the kick. You really want to be locked in with the kick drum. So far, so good. I'm digging this groove. I'm really feeling this groove. I really am. Let's keep going here. Back it up 10 seconds. I know. Gotta pause. Wow. Okay, that breakdown right there, that simple 1 7 1 3 1 7 1, very, very smooth. Loved that. Paul McCartney is using that slide really well, very accurately too, moving, not relying on just staying on the 1 or the 2 strings. He's switching strings. That's with a slide. Especially doing like 5 chords with the slide, it would be just as simple for him to stay on those same 2 strings and just slide up to the 3rd. But instead, he's, sliding down to the 7, back to the 1, but then when he goes up to the 3, he's actually changing strings, which is unusual. Especially when there's he doesn't go up any higher. So, not sure why he did it that way. Maybe he may have done it to get more of an accent and get away from the slide. It's possible, I'm not going to listen, I am not going to question Sir Paul McCartney. I am in no position. I'm just a measly peasant to Sir Paul McCartney. So I'm not going to question why he did it. I'm a little curious, but I'm not going to question his mentality and what he was thinking. Heck no. Who am I to do that? One thing I do want to mention on the drumming side, I don't really talk a whole lot about drummers, but I'm going to talk about the drummer in this case. Dave Grohl's really letting that hi-hat loose. Like, he's really just leaving it open and just using it almost like a secondary crash. But he's, using it as a hi-hat should be, keeping the pace on those 8th notes. But it's really open and it's really resonating. And you would think I wouldn't be that much of a fan of it, but I can't believe I'm going to say this. I'm actually kind of a fan of it. I'm kind of glad he's doing it. If he were to close the hi-hat and keep it tight and hit the I don't think it would fit the song. I like having it open again. That I'm digging that. I'm really digging that. It's open. It's big. It's brash. It's brash is the best way to put it. There was one other thing I wanted to talk about, and I forgot what it was. Maybe it'll come back to me. All right, let's back it up a little bit, and let's keep going, shall we? Oh! Couple times feel there. Nice. Pause. Okay, this whole time that this whole section's been going on, the other guitar player on stage left and the bass player, they're moving chromatically on the 4 up to, I mean, I want to say flat 5, I guess, sharp 4, sharp 4, flat 5, same thing. But he's going 4, sharp 4, 5, sharp 4, 4, sharp 4, 5, sharp 4, 4. It's interesting. It doesn't sound bad against what's going on quarterly with what Paul's doing. It doesn't sound bad at all. It actually kind of fits. Maybe because Paul's staying on the 1 and they're moving chromatically on the 4 to sharp 4 to 5, and it stays within the chord other than the sharp 4. The sharp 4 just adds a little bit of that dissonance, but it doesn't stay long. It doesn't stay long enough to become unpleasant. It's just a transitional note, which is super cool. Gosh, I mean, this is fun. I mean, I'm not disliking this. This is actually really cool. I'm digging the feel here. I love the fact that Dave Grohl took the song into a double time feel with his playing. He could have very easily have stayed on the straight time, that doon ba ba doon ba. He could have stayed there, but now he's so he's got that double time feel going right now, which is really cool. Really cool. It was a nice transition. It just kind of switched things up. Again, getting the crowd's attention, which is really cool. Very smart. Let's back it up 10 seconds, and let's see if we can finish this out. Flat 2, 2, flat 2, 1, okay. Good ending. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, indeed. That was nice. That was really, really cool. Really cool. Well, there you go, folks. That was Paul McCartney with the surviving members of Nirvana with a little tune called Cut Me Some Slack. That was a request from Kimberly Brett Kurtz. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.3. Yeah, 8.3. I feel good with that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
So, songwriting-wise, very simplistic. This was not a, not a complex song to play whatsoever. This was a pretty simple song from a songwriting standpoint. Very blues-based. Not in the terms of, 12-bar blues. I love when everybody says blues. Everybody immediately associates blues with 12-bar blues. No, there are so many different styles of blues out there. It's not 12 bar. Okay, this was more of a rock blues type of a feel. Very reminiscent of. No, actually, I changed my mind. No, it doesn't sound like that. Actually, now I think about it. I mean, it does, but it's not the same. It's not the same song structure. Forget I said anything. Okay, so but very root oriented. everything's centered around the root, and everything always coming back to the root, which is what I like to call either the yo-yo effect or the boomerang effect. It doesn't matter how far out you go, you always come back to one. Always. But it was nice hearing the bassist cutting through the mix. I enjoyed hearing the bass player actually coming through the mix on this. It was really nice to hear what he was doing, and he was doing some really great things with his patterns. You know, he would stray out from the 1, go up to the 4, go up to the 5, but always coming back to the 1 within 2 beats. So able to anchor it back to the song, while still, like I said, locking in with Dave Grohl's hi-hat and kick especially. So he was super locked in, getting a little melodic, which I can always appreciate from a bassist. Let's see, what else? The guitar player on stage left just really kind of filling out the sound, not really getting crazy on a melodic level or doing any kind of soloing. He was just kind of filling out the sound, and he did the job well. He never really stuck out. He just, you know, contributed color, flair, and filler, which is necessary. I guess it's a good way to put it. I mean, you definitely want that full sound for a song like this. You don't want it to be thin. If this had been a 3-piece, could it have worked? It could have, but it sounded a lot better as a 4. Yeah, a lot better. I can only imagine it would sound a lot thinner as a 3. Grohl's drumming was fantastic. It was really on point. Using that open hi-hat, which I know is kind of a signature of his. He does that a lot, but I'm really glad he did it here. His cymbal usage, he's got great feel when it comes to cymbal usage, man. He doesn't, he comes right to the point of overdoing it. He comes up to it, but never crosses that line. But he definitely comes up there like, geez, Grohl, easy with the cymbals, man. But nah, it never crosses the line to where it's distasteful. It's just really builds and builds and just kind of like brings you to the edge, which is really cool. Paul McCartney's guitar, that steel guitar sound with the slide, really kind of accented the song well. If he had been using just a normal guitar, would it have sounded really any different? Yeah, it would have sounded different, and I'm glad he didn't. I'm glad he had that steel guitar sound using that slide through pretty much the entire song. Really cool. Just reinforcing that blues sound, which was very, very cool. Steel guitar is like that, is very, very typical in that style of blues. So I'm glad he used it. I'm really glad he used it. Vocally, having Grohl and Paul McCartney coming in on the unisons on the opening lines of every phrase, nice accent. It was a nice accent, kind of that power, and then subdued with Paul McCartney singing solo. So great job using the dynamics on there. It was overall, it was a great job. It was a fun song. Did it blow my mind? No, it didn't blow my mind. It was fun to watch, though. It was fun as hell to watch. It was really good to see the surviving members of Nirvana reunite with Paul McCartney. For, I guess this was some sort of a benefit show that he put on, the 12-12-12 concert. If I'm not mistaken, that was Paul McCartney's baby. That was his deal. So seeing him on stage with a reunited surviving members of Nirvana, that was really, really cool to see. And I know a lot of people went nuts, you know, when they heard, or when they saw that, you know, Nirvana was reuniting. Well, the surviving members of Nirvana were reuniting anyway. So, fun times, great song, well performed. Yeah, so yeah, 8.3, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hopefully you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you did enjoy the show and you would like to see more videos like this, feel free to join the fan base by clicking on that button down there. Yeah, you know the button I'm talking about. Click on that button, join the fan base, and become one of us. Now, for whatever reason, if you don't feel like joining the fan base, that's okay. I still respect you. Also, if you did enjoy the video, please feel free to give the video a thumbs up. It will do me a world of good, and it will do you absolutely no harm whatsoever. Finally, if you guys did join the fan base, you will find a bell down there that you can click on. By clicking on this bell, it'll keep you up to date on everything happening with this channel, including when new content gets dropped. So, if you want to stay in the know, click on the bell, and you'll stay in the know. Well, that's going to do it for today, folks. Until next time, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later, peace.